What's going on, you guys? So, do Errol Spence Jr. play it safe? I've been hearing a lot of guys lately say that Errol Spence kind of plays it safe. Keith Thurman came out recently and said it. He real picky and, you know, he don't really go for the gusto. And now Joel Diaz comes out and pretty much says the same thing. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to also talk about what's to come with this newfound respect Errol Spence has for Terrence Crawford, or what does that really mean, right? Wishing him the best. What does that really mean? Does that mean wish him the best as in farewell, or you just wish him the best? Hit that like button for your boy. Take off your shoes before you enter the dojo. Random live. I should have scheduled it, but I gotta kind of hurry up and get it done. I'm gonna play the clip of Joel Diaz. It may sound like he's a hater too. Honestly, it sounds like he's a hater. So yeah, it sounds like he's not too fond of Errol Spence. It seems like a lot of old school guys and trainers and shit, guys like Roy Jones, James Toney, they don't seem too fond of the guy. And he said Pacquiao and Crawford both beat him. I mean, shit. One second. They said they both beat him. I mean, but I don't know what this newfound respect is. Does this mean we go get the fight? Salute to exclusive news insider. I see you in the building. Yeah, I'm gonna play the clip in a little bit once we get things rolling. Once they send these notifications out, I should have scheduled it, but Joel Diaz. I mean, he says Spence plays it safe. I'm gonna play the clip and then we go talk about it because he gave us a lot to talk about. And to be honest, a lot of stuff that he's saying, a lot of stuff we be saying. But it seems like he has some type of. He seems biased. He seems a little biased, but he's a trainer. He trained some of the best guys. Miguel Cotto, Rigondeaux. Like he trained a lot of good guys. He knows what he's talking about. I think, right? Salute to Dave No in the building. I see you, bro. Salute the free game fella. Hit that like button for your boy so we can get this train rolling. I got a clip I want to play and then get this shit started because it's going to give us a lot to talk about. Hey, exclusive news insider. Man, I'm telling you, bro. It might happen. It might happen, man. A lot of the experts see something, dude. They think Spence took some steps back. They said he's not as explosive as he once was. These kids are loud as hell out here. They said he's not as explosive. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip now for the guys who stopped in early. Then I'll play it again a little later when more people step in. But oh, man, hold up, where's something?
It's like it's not on his mind anymore. He shouldn't, because me as a fan, I'm like, I'm bummed out. I don't want to hear that. Like, I mean, look, it becomes annoying. It's annoying after a while because now they.
Actually, he's talking about right now how Crawford said that he's over the fight. He's done with the fight. So that's what he's talking about now.
I know obviously boxing is about making money, but right now I see a lot of fighters overpricing themselves. Yeah, that's the way I see it. Like now. I mean, I understand that money is a big factor, but sometimes I can see, and I remember there's fighters that they overprice themselves, and that's the way out. They're like, they know they're not going to give you $10 million, so you're asking for $10 million because you know they're
Right.
gonna get him.
Right.
So that's the way
That's what
I'm gonna fight. You know?
hold up. That's what Keith Thurman was doing. 10 million, 10 million. You know, Danny Garcia, 10 million. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao, 40 million. You know what I'm saying? They want millions, 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 millions.
I've seen it before where, hey, tell them to give me $10 million. You know they're not gonna give you that $10 million, but if you get stuck to that number, you're never gonna fight them because you are demanding that number that is never gonna be given to you. You know, so that means that you don't want to fight. I mean, Terrence Crawford should move on. I mean, shouldn't wait. I mean, obviously that's the fight that a lot of people want to see, and I can tell you this: Terrence Crawford will be Spence. I mean, I saw Spence against Mikey Garcia
and Danny.
And Danny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a fight that wasn't like too dominating for Errol Spence. Remember, Errol Spence when he fought Mikey Garcia, he fought at 140 pounder, possibly at 135 pounder, and Mikey was there. And he played it safe. Errol Spence played it safe because if he
Y'all heard him? He said Errol Spence played it safe with Mikey. And he's going to say what a lot of us been saying in regards to that fucking fight.
If he was such a great fighter, I mean, he is a great fighter.
Woo! Now that right there sound like he be hating when he ain't on the camera. He said, now if he was really a great fighter, see, he didn't really mean to say that because that sounds like he's really on some hating shit.
From him, he's a great fighter, but I think that if you're one division, two divisions above your opponent, I mean, you should just like go in there and take risks. I think that you should have risked in there and try to make a statement by knocking him out or stopping him. And he didn't. He went the distance with a fighter that I think to me is maybe two divisions lower than him. But Terrence Crawford is at another level. Believe me, Terrence Crawford was with me for two camps with Bradley when he was barely starting. And I said, that kid is going to be something because, I mean, very humble, great work ethic, very smart. He switches lefty and righty, and he has a lot of confidence. Very smart kid.
Did Errol look good to you? Did he look the same?
Errol, I mean, that's why.
No.
Honestly, no. I think he lost. He took a couple steps back.
See, a lot of people been saying that. What do the chat think? Did Errol Spence lose a step? Did he lose a step? Because for me, I thought he looked good considering the layoff, the accident. I thought Spence looked pretty good considering. It wasn't great, good.
I mean, it will take a toll on you. I mean, the accident and whatever's going on in his life. But honestly, fighting Danny Garcia put up a great fight. I mean, and Danny is tough, but I don't think he is no longer in his main prime like he was before. And he gave Errol Spence a run for his money.
I don't know about Danny giving Spence a run for his money, but Danny was just as flat as Mikey. I mean, they both really just didn't do nothing.
You said to you didn't look the same. How so? Like, what did you see there?
Also, I didn't see that explosive Errol Spence that was when he fought Sean Porter.
Yep. So, yeah, he said Errol Spence Jr. plays it safe. He played it safe in a Mikey fight. We heard Keith Thurman say Errol Spence plays it safe. I mean, if you look at Errol Spence, he hasn't really got a stoppage in quite a while. I believe his last stoppage was on Campos. Right? Now, with this safe approach, going into a Manny Pacquiao fight, is that the right approach? I mean, when you standing still, you give Manny Pacquiao something to do. You know what I'm saying? We go see, but let me see what the comments say. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Mr. Cheesehead B, I see you in the building. He said Spence, the same guy who said I wanted to box Mikey. See, what I didn't like about that was that why you wait till everybody paid first to show everybody you can box, bro? I mean, like I said before, stopping guys at a high level is an art within itself, or even B-level guys. I mean, stopping fighters, period. that becomes a fucking art, and I don't think Errol Spence is the best at it. He said he couldn't stop little old Mike, but people he said he gonna stop the senator. Yeah, man, you got a lot of people saying he gonna stop Manny. I feel that it's kind of a little closer in the boxing universe, right? Like as far as the community, I feel like it's a little closer than I'd expected. Like I feel like a lot of people really feel that Manny Pacquiao has a chance to beat Errol Spence Jr. They know says I didn't see any lack in his game when he fought Danny. He looked exactly the same to me. So you say Spence looked exactly the same. Same old Spence. I mean, pretty much, bro. And the Sean Porter fight, like Keith Thurman said, we got to be honest. Sean Porter made that fight exciting because he brought the fight to him from the opening bell to the last bell. He brought the fight, and so Spence had to do all that. But I'm not gonna lie, the Danny fight wasn't the most exciting fight. It wasn't the most exciting fight. I felt that Spence could have turned it up on him and kind of got him up out of it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these expert guys, they feel that Errol Spence is playing it safe. And now he's saying that he wishes Bud the best, right? Like he says certain things when there's certain media people around, but it's never the same. Like when he on ESPN or something or doing an interview with one of those guys, he say everything you kind of want to hear, but when it's more like he'll say some bullshit another time. You know what I'm saying? We've been on a long ride with this fucking Spence Crawford situation. Long, long ride. I mean, are they going? Is this him burying the beef, burying the hatchet, or is that just him just you know saying it because it sounds good and to make him look good, right? Because for me, like I said earlier in my video, respecting Crawford would be you fighting him because that's your rival. You know what I'm saying? So that's respect, not this 60-40, 70-30. Whatever we want to give him, not none of that stuff. That's not respect. Now, of course, men gonna talk trash as competitors. You know what I'm saying? They know says I feel people say he looks 70% because 100% stops Danny, but I'm not sure if Danny even been dropped before. Nah, I don't think Danny been dropped before, bro. I don't think Danny's been dropped before. He says free game fella. He says that's the easy way. Spence not trying to talk about it. He ain't fooling nobody. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't seem to be fooled by his shit, man. I think a lot of the guys that subscribe to your boy Bushido don't feel what Errol Spence is saying is genuine. We don't feel that it's real. Like he just saying it because it sounds good. A lot of the people in the comment section of my last video really was thinking he was just capping. You know what I'm saying? Or farewelling the whole situation altogether. You know what I'm saying? Wishing him the best. How about we see the fight, the best versus the best? How about that, man? You know what I'm saying? How about you say something like, yeah, after I get past Pacquiao, me and Crawford, we got to make it happen. How about you give us that? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Kieran Johnson, the Spence King in the building. Y'all salute to Kieran Johnson, man. He said the super groupies strikes again. Look at him. Hey, Joel Diaz said that about your boy. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to say about it besides attacking your boy? I didn't say that. Joel Diaz said that. He said both of these guys beat his ass. So what you got to say, man? What you got to say? If Errol Spence get his shit busted, what you gonna say, man? You gonna come on here and call me a groupie and all this other bullshit, right? That's what you gonna do. He said Spence is on that planet. What? He said Spence is on that plant contract. So you saying that Spence was the guy that they was talking about? Man, I don't think Spence wants to go anywhere near Canelo. That's just dealing with Canelo is like a lose-lose situation. I mean, it's a win, but then it's a loss guaranteed on your record. You know what I'm saying? You get your highest payday, but it's guaranteed a loss too, because you can't knock the motherfucker out. He got a granite chin. He got good ass defense. Not to mention the judges on his side and shit. So even if you do win, you lose. So dealing with Canelo is just I don't even know why guys really want to. I mean, I guess man, it's the payday. Need to be more guys moving the needle in boxing as far as being guys where guys can eat off of and shit. It needs to be more guys than just Canelo Alvarez. That's a bad idea for Errol Spence. He'll get bodied by Canelo. But yeah, Kieran, where you at, man? Oh, really? He says Plant, Benavidez, and Spence was on that 3-fight deal for Canelo. That's interesting. That's interesting. So no Charlo. I can believe it. But man, Canelo ain't about to fight them 3 dudes in a row. And then he gonna have Spence come up to some crazy weight. I don't know. He says Crawford. Salute to my man Drizzy KO in the building. I see you. He says Crawford is not going to get mauled by Porter. The shots Porter is going to take from Bud is going to have him doing that weak ass outbox he does, and then it's going to be a wrap. Man, Bud is going to beat the shit out of Sean, bro. And Sean knows it. We all know it. Bud is going to stop Sean. He's going to beat Sean up, man. Sean's going to get beat up. He's going to get beat up. Especially if he's not stronger than Crawford. If he's not stronger than Crawford, oh, man. This is going to be a rough night for Sean. Sean is starting to walk out the door. He's been on his podcast. He's doing his commentary thing. He's getting set up for after boxing, man. Yeah, bro. AJ, I've been saying it, man. You said stop the cap, bro. I've been saying it, bro. He go stop him, dog. I believe Bud will be the first guy to stop Sean because that's what he do. He stops you. It don't matter who you are. He gonna stop you. That's why they putting $10 million and $40 million in front of the fight because he will stop you. You heard what Joel said. Joel said if Bud beats Spence, he also said Pacquiao beats him. But Joel do sound kind of biased too. He did sound kind of biased. I ain't gonna lie. So y'all be always taking shots at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, man, the big fish. You know what I'm saying? One of the best fighters in boxing today, Errol Spence Jr. He getting a lot of criticism right now. You know what I'm saying? Guys coming at him. Keith Thurman, trainers. People think he lost a step, man. Salute to my man, Exclusive News Insider, for the $4 super chat. He says Porter Kemp already practiced. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Bud is gonna stop Sean. Sean's style is, oh man, that's gonna be a fun fight. Oh my god, it's gonna be action. Action. There's gonna be so much action. Sean's gonna be getting hit left and right though. He's going to be getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Do you hear me? He's going to be getting hit. Like everywhere. With everything. I say probably by after the 4th round, it's going to be about, I give it about between the 4th and 6th round is when Bud goes take over the fight. Unless Sean tries to do the little boxing thing. But then if he does that, he may fuck around and really lose. I mean, they say that Ugas arguably beat him anyway. So, I mean, what the fuck? None of these dudes want no smoke with Bud, man. They don't want it for real. They say stuff because it sounds good on camera, man, but we know the deal. It's been about 3.5 years now. Let me stop sugarcoating shit. These dudes don't want no smoke with Bud. I got to see them. I got to see it to believe it. I mean, I don't know, bro. He says, make no mistake, I'm picking Bud for the win, but it'll be closer than you believe. I mean, it probably will be, but I'm thinking Bud's gonna stop him, bro. I really do think Bud's gonna stop the guy. That's what Crawford does. Sean Porter's style is almost tailor made for Crawford. If Sean is stronger than him, then his style is better suited. But I don't know if he's stronger than Bud, bro. Because Sean's style is based off of he's really athletic too. Sean Porter's really athletic and pretty explosive, but he don't have no power. Now, if Sean Porter was a puncher, oh man. But he's not really a puncher. He smothers his work. He's very inaccurate. You know what I'm saying? Really tenacious, really aggressive, athletic, got some quickness to him. But he don't have the gears that Crawford has. He don't have the dimensions that Crawford has. He don't have the length that Crawford has. He don't have the shit. What the hell? No, I seen his Drizzy. I seen his breaking down the Spence's. I'm gonna check him out. He seems to be really good at breaking the shit down. I'm gonna check out Box of Seneca's breakdown if he got a new one up. He probably really broke it down pretty good too. I'm gonna check it out. But I did see his other one when he broke down Spence's sparring session, and I mean, we know what we saw, people. We're not gonna sit here and it could have been a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, for real? He said I was for sure shot was good. He didn't. He didn't say nothing, free game. He didn't say nothing, bro. He supposed to be talking about that fight. He has a platform. He supposed to be talking about it. But guess what? They probably got a fucking gag order on him. Don't be talking about that damn fight. We gonna pull you up out of there. And I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm looking at the worst case scenario because PBC done some shit like this before when one of their guys was in position to fight another top guy, maybe from somewhere else. And they pull these guys out of the fucking whole situation. So don't be surprised if that happens. However, I hope the play is that they just don't want to deal with Bob. They just wait till Crawford's contract up, whatever, and then he comes see us afterwards. But that's bullshit. Just make the fucking fight. It's mandated by WBO. Make it happen. But like I said, man, don't be surprised motherfuckers get pulled out. But I think both fighters really want it. I mean, what else Sean is gonna do? You know what I'm saying? He says the real boogeyman is Boost. I mean, he can't well, he's the baby boogeyman. Okay? He's the baby boogeyman. Nobody's lining up to fight that kid, man. You wouldn't believe what I heard he's walking around there right now. I mean, what the fuck? Like, he's gonna be a problem for anybody, bro. He's the baby boogeyman. But I gotta see him in there with like a I don't know, man. He gonna have a hard time getting fights, dude. I tell you that. I can't even say who I want to see him fight because I know they ain't gonna fight him. A salute to my man, Exclusive News Insider, for the $5 super chat. He says, and on top of that, he think he could box. Tried to box Ugas and damn near got slumped. He better stick to that NFL style. That's his best shot. I think that's his best shot too, bro. Sitting there trying to play around and box. Nah. You ain't gonna play the outthinking Crawford game. You're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bud gets enough credit for his IQ in the ring. I can't wait to this fucking fight because everybody say he ain't did it against nobody. So I want to see him do this against Porter so he can shut all the doubters up. But they say Errol Spence Jr. plays it safe though, and Kieran Johnson never responded. He sent a little hate mail message and ran off. He probably listening too, but he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to say. Joel Diaz said your boy will get whooped. James Toney said, Errol Spence can't spell fight. He said Errol Spence can't spell fight, bro. Yeah, they dumb it down. They dumb down his skill set all the time, bro. They dumb it down. Who's out thinking Crawford? Who's out muscling Crawford? Yeah, you might hit him on the chin or something, but who's out really doing this, dude? Nobody. Who's really looking to fight him like that? Nobody. You said, is the fight official? What fight official? Sean Porter? Nah, not yet. We ain't had none yet. We ain't had none yet. But we waiting for the news. We're waiting to hear how this purse bid thing is going, or if they can make something happen before it goes to purse bid. If they can make something happen before it goes to purse bid, I'm not sure. Is PBC willing to let Sean go over the top rank? Is a question. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Because we've seen what they did before. They made Peter Quillen drop his belt. They Danny Garcia was supposed to fight Postal. You know, they pulled him back from that. They did some things in the past where it's like, what the fuck? Maybe Al advised against those fights. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But a lot of people think Pacquiao's going to beat him, man. Joel Diaz thinks Pacquiao going to beat Spence. But we must also remember Pacquiao's 40, but he's going to damn near be 43 soon. He's getting old, man. Is Pacquiao still that same young fireball that he once was to beat a guy like Errol Spence? You know? Jay Cooley, salute. He says, wait, hold up. Y'all arguing. They know that somebody said his defense is trash when he's in southpaw. I'm like, what? His defense is good. I've never seen a fight where he looked. Yeah, Bud don't be taking punishment like that. He may get hit with a jab or some shit. Or he may, you know, or like in a mean machine fight. He's success. He be getting hit with the overhand a little bit. But I mean, shit. None of these the top guys, overhands and jabs, not doing it. They don't want to do it. Why? If these other guys can get in the ring and land a shot on Bud, why they don't want to go in there and do it? He says, stop it. Us Errol fans do believe Bud will bring out the best in Errol, but Bud fans delusional as fuck. This dude ain't fought no damn body. Y'all swear he don't have no flaws. Bud only didn't fight nobody, bro, until Errol Spence said he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was saying that shit about Terrence Crawford until Errol Spence got on that microphone drunk, started talking that shit. That's when everybody started talking about Bud ain't fought nobody. So I'm assuming a lot of these guys either they don't know shit about boxing, or they just saying it because Errol Spence said it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody was saying that shit about Terrence Crawford prior to him pressing Spence for a fight. Only a fool thought that was gonna happen. He said, "Bro, I've been to." He said, "I've been to Oh man, how you from Omaha and you rooting against Bud? That sounds pretty crazy, bro. That don't sound right. That's just like me being from fucking Dallas rooting against Spence. I just don't that wouldn't be possible for me. Even if I like Crawford as better as a fighter and shit, I would have to ride with Spence 100%. That's the hometown guy. It doesn't make any sense to not ride with the hometown guy. It just doesn't make sense. Salute to my man, Bro Horse in the building. He says, ain't no Spence fans dumbing down Bud skill set. That's cap. Bud fans stay throwing temper tantrums. Oh, man, because we ready for that action, bro. We ready for that action, bro. Where you at? We outside. We outside. You said I just live here. Okay. I'm just talking shit, Jay Cooley, man. I'm just fucking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? The old man Diaz, he was talking some shit, man. He came off as a hater. I ain't gonna lie. He did come off as a hater when he said to Errol Spence, if he was such a great fighter, that came off as a hater, like a haterish comment. That was a haterish. He shouldn't be talking like that. But hey, who just imagine what the hell he be saying off camera. Salute to my man Mark Brown. None. We was talking about Joel Diaz. He said pretty much the same thing Keith Thurman said. Errol Spence played it safe. He played it safe against Mikey. He felt that he should have got Mikey up out of there. He said that Pacquiao and Crawford beats him. Um, yeah, he thinks Spence lost a couple of steps. Hold up, let me just play the clip for the new people in here. Hold up.
Care if he fights Errol Spence anymore. It's like it's not on his mind anymore.
He shouldn't, because me as a fan, I'm like, I'm bummed out. I don't want to hear that. Like, I mean, look, it becomes it's annoying after a while, because nowadays I know obviously boxing is about making money, but right now I see a lot of fighters overpricing themselves.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. Like now, I mean, I understand that money is a big factor, but sometimes I can see, and I remember there's fighters that they overprice themselves, and that's the way out. It's like they know they're not going to give you $10 million, so you're asking for $10 million because you know you're not going to get them. So that's the way out. So say, I'm going to fight. I've seen it. I've seen it before where, hey, tell them to give me $10 million. You know they're not going to give you that $10 million. But if you get stuck to that number, you're never going to fight them because you are demanding that number that is never going to be given to you. So that means that you don't want to fight. I mean, Terrence Crawford.
I like this guy, man. That sounds like one of us, though. I mean, that means you don't want to fight. We ain't looking to know intricate business details, none of that. You just don't want to fight.
I mean, shouldn't wait for. I mean, obviously that's the fight that a lot of people want to see, and I can tell you this: Terrence Crawford will beat him. Terrence Crawford will beat Spence. I mean, I saw Spence against Mikey Garcia
And Danny. And Danny.
And Danny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a fight that wasn't like too dominating for Errol Spence. Remember, Errol Spence when he fought Mikey Garcia, he fought a 140-pounder. Possibly a 135-pounder. And Mikey was there. And he played it safe. Errol Spence played it safe because if he did it,
man, he talking shit. He said Spence played it safe, man.
He was such a great fighter. I mean, he is a great fighter. I mean, I don't take nothing from him. He's a great fighter. But I think that if you're one division, two divisions above your opponent, I mean, you should just like go in there and take risks. I think that he should have risked in there and try to make a statement by knocking him out or stopping him. And he did it. He went the distance with a fighter that I think to me is maybe two divisions lower than him. But Terrence Crawford is at another level. Believe me, Terrence Crawford was with me for two camps with Bradley when he was barely starting. And I said, that kid is going to be something because, I mean, very humble, great work ethic, very smart. He switches lefty and righty, and he has a lot of confidence. Very smart kid.
Yep. So, yeah. That's what Joel Diaz said about Errol Spence. He also proceeded to say that Pacquiao beats him. He thinks Pacquiao is going to beat him. And that he thinks Spence lost a step or two. He thinks Spence lost a step, and he thinks Pacquiao is going to beat him. So that's what Joel Diaz said. He said, so Spence ain't KO Mike, so what's going? Hispanic stay mad at my fight was killed. He got the win. Good. I think Joel is I mean, I kind of agree with Joel though, bro. Like even during that time, I'm like, okay, I expected Spence to stop Mikey. He went in there and just like waltzed around the ring with him and boxed and shit. Like didn't really show that killer edge to really just make a statement. Just show the little guy he's had no business coming up. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there and played around with him. You know what I'm saying? He went in there and played around with a potato. Mikey didn't do shit back to him. He really should have just stopped. He should have stopped him. But yeah, it was a good win. But it wasn't. I can't give Spence that much credit for it. Just like how We can't give Loma too much credit for beating Rigo. I mean, you just really can't. You can't. See, a lot of people think Spence looked it off. I don't know, man. Maybe I need to go watch it again. Maybe I'll really see something now. You know what I'm saying? Watching those fights late as shit. Be late at night. You be late and shit. Be up all. You know what I'm saying? I need to probably go watch it again. Maybe I'll see something. You know what I'm saying? But I thought Spence looked good from what I saw, considering what he's been through in the layoff. He looked good. He looked good considering that. But if we talking about fighting some of the best guys, um, he probably would have got his fucking cap peeled. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have got his wig split. He probably would have got his ass kicked. He lucky he was in there with a flat Danny Garcia, man. So if that same Spence shows up against Manny, and if Manny get anything left, it could be interesting, man. Because the difference between the Keith Pacquiao fight and this one is the speed. Keith Thurman is one of the faster welterweights. Fast feet, pretty quick hands. Errol Spence Jr., he's not the fastest guy. And his style is very, very, very straightforward. Keith Thurman, you don't know what kind of punches he gonna throw, but it seems to be that Keith Thurman forgot how to throw straight punches. He throws a lot of looping shit now, but they're coming from crazy angles. Errol Spence is very, very textbook, man. That's what they see. They see that this guy has a very basic style, and there's not too many different things he's gonna be able to do because he's so that's ingrained in him. That very fundamentally sound textbook style. I don't know. We go see, man. Spence, I think it's gonna take. I think stylistically, it's a bad matchup for Spence, but I think Manny Pacquiao age and shit kind of evens it out. But if Pacquiao got some speed left and some fucking thump, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It could be real interesting because if that little mini Pacquiao, that little Pacquiao clone he was sparring against, is going to be any indication of what we're going to be seeing later on this month, it's going to be an ugly night for Spence. It's going to be a heart racing moment for Errol Spence fans. Your palms going to be sweating and shit. You're going to be nervous as hell. You're going to be worried about what the Bud fans going to be saying in a few hours after the fight or the next day in the weeks to come. You're going to wonder about the whole storyline after the fight. That's what I'm most interested in. What happens next? Freddie Rowe said that Manny Pacquiao ain't going to go to fight no MMA fighters. He's going to continue to fight the best out there. Because I think if Manny Pacquiao beats Spencer looks good, they're going to go for one more. And who else is better than Terrence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they said they're not about to be doing no play fights like Floyd. They're going to go continue to fight the best out there. That's what Freddie Rowe said. I know, bro. Salute to my man, YSM Sports Media in the building. Y'all go subscribe to my boy. He says, is Pacquiao still Pac-Man? I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Is he still Pac-Man? Is he still Pac-Man? I don't know. We don't know. You know, he seemed to be having a pretty decent camp. He seemed to be enjoying himself in camp and everything. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I mean, why take a fight at that age if you didn't feel you could win? You know what I'm saying? Really, though. Think about it. Why take a fight like that at that age against a guy like Errol Spence if you didn't feel you could win? Dude about to be president of a country and all this other stuff, but he's out here prize fighting some of the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? So they probably really do think they could beat this guy, bro. Even at 40-some years old, which would be a huge, huge feat. Huge. Man, Errol Spence, man, he better fucking win for the sake of the story. For the sake of the story that us fans been keeping up with for the past 3.5 fucking years. You can't lose now doing all this heavy lifting, big fish. You can't lose to the old man. We love Manny, but you can't lose to him because this story must continue. Drizzy KO says, you know, the Spence always got an excuse after every fight. He chose to box Mikey because they said he couldn't box. Fault Porter game. He was 70%. Bro, you ain't lying, man. That's why they know. I mean, Drizzy KO, they know, but they be on point. Hey, bro, they do. They did say that. He fought Porter's game. And Danny, he was only 70%. Yeah, so against Pacquiao, what's the excuse gonna be if Pacquiao pulls off the upset? Even would it even still be considered an upset at this point? It seemed like a lot of people started leaning towards Pacquiao pulling this shit off. I still got Spence winning, me personally, but we go see. Can't wait because we missed out on a big fight a few weeks ago because Tyson Fury ran back home to the UK. So now we got to wait for this fight. We got a few other fights in between, but this is the fight. You know what I'm saying? The Pacquiao Spence fight because it's gonna the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about this shit for a while. It's a lot of players in the welterweight division, and we go see if the old Manny Pacquiao, the older version of Manny, could beat one of the best guys in Errol Spence. I mean, it's a great story, but if Errol Spence loses to Manny Pacquiao, that Crawford fight lost a lot of luster. A lot. It lost a lot. And that's why I always say strike while the iron's hot. Because there's a chance Manny could beat Spence, man. There's a chance. There's a chance. When have we really seen Manny get beat up? Like beat up. Like just totally just beat up. I can't really remember. Maybe some of his earlier fights, right? When he kind of got whooped on. Maybe a Barrera or somebody whooped on him earlier on. Morales. You know what I'm saying? Whooped on him. But when recently, when have we seen Pacquiao really just get beat up? Even against Floyd, even though he got outboxed, it wasn't like he got told his ass kicked. It wasn't an ass kicking. I mean, even against Jeff Horn had to go through hell to get to do what he did in that fight. He had to go through hell. Pacquiao was putting that heat on him. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Horn was willing to take that shit, though. That's the difference. Jeff Horn was willing to take anything Pacquiao dished out. Is Errol Spence going to be willing to take what Pacquiao's dishing out? Will Errol Spence play it safe in this fight? Seriously. Will he play it safe? Stick out his jab, just play it super safe, make it somewhat of a boring fight. Pacquiao over here beat on his gloves and shit. You know how Pacquiao do when he get anxious, ready to fight? He beat on his gloves. What if that happens? What if it ends up being a fucking boring fight? Spence hasn't been the most exciting guy in the most recent years. Let's be honest. He got a lot of hype, a lot of juice, but his fights themselves hasn't been the best. They haven't been the most exciting fights. Just kind of the same thing over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Except for the Porter fight. That fight was action-packed. But all Sean Porter fights are action-packed. Boxing do need this fight, bro. He says, AJ says, once Spence beats Pac, all we hear is Manny's age. We need to hear the same. Hey, I'm going to give Spence credit. I'm not going to sit here and say Manny was old, and we know Manny old. We know he old, but he a special old man. He somehow beat Keith Thurman. I don't know. He's one of those special 40-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? I heard that there's no drug testing or some shit too, man. Somebody said something about they don't see nothing about Novada. Some of you guys, some of those fans that really check all that stuff. Yeah, he said something about he hasn't seen nothing about that. So just to put that out there. Mark Brown said they gonna blame Blu-ray if Spence don't pull it off. I mean, shit. They say Blu-ray is gonna make the difference, bro. They say Blu-ray is the difference maker for Errol Spence. They say Blu-ray is the reason why Errol Spence stopped getting stoppages. And considering the workouts and what type of dude that Blu-ray is, I know what those dudes do. Them some insane calisthenics they be doing. Insane. But what that got to do with stopping somebody? You know what I'm saying? To me, stopping a guy, especially at a high level, professional level, I think that's damn near art, bro. That's just damn near art. It takes a killer instinct, too, to punch through a guy and really try to hurt him. He says, win or lose, watch how Spence fans look. They nervous, bro. I'm telling you. Spence fans is nervous. They don't know what's really going to happen. They worried about what the Bud fans are going to be saying. They worried about if Spence is going to be, they worried. Spence fans are definitely worried about this one. This is Manny Pacquiao. I mean, fuck. He catching guys on the downside. I mean, these guys are masters at picking opponents and matchmaking and shit, bro. Manny been doing it for years. He's the ultimate opportunist. This guy, this is what he do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a smaller guy. Look at it. Look how big his head is in that picture, though. Look how big his head is. But he's a smaller guy. But they know how to pick the guys at the right times and shit too. They catch these dudes at the right time, catch them falling down the hill, catch them at catch weights. Yeah, that's Manny. I love Manny, but I'm just being honest. We used to call him the catch weight king. You know what I'm saying? Back in more in his prime years, we used to call him the catch weight king. He was beating motherfuckers' asses, but he was fighting for titles at catch weights and everything. He was really running the show. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being nervous, AJ. Ain't nothing wrong with being nervous, man. You want your boy to win. You want him to look good. You want him to do good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hell yeah, you should be nervous. You should be nervous. Shit. But this will be huge for Spence. Huge. This will be officially the passing of the torch, man. Honestly, this will be Pacquiao passing the torch off to Errol Spence Jr. That's what it is. If Spence can beat him. But Pacquiao gonna make him fight for it. Because he gonna have his whole country watching. Everybody gonna be rocking with him. This is likely one of his last fights. You know what I'm saying? He took a lot of time off to heal any little problems his old ass probably had. He's ready to give the big fish the fight of his life. My thing with Spence too, though, like I said, and I always say, is that weight cutting. If you see him now, I mean, for weeks, I mean, he's looked like that the Danny fight too. Maybe that's probably one of his special gifts is his ability to cut weight and maintain it. Because if you look at Spence, even when the camp started, he was really skinny, like just like already on fight weight type look already. And then he cuts weight and makes weight and still fights at the pace he does almost every minute of every round. Whether it's just him pawing out a jab or, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, how much longer could he keep this up? How much longer he's going to be starving himself and doing these diets and these workouts, draining himself? I mean, this is a guy that's probably walks around. If he wasn't training and fighting and shit, Errol Spence probably walks around at a $180, $190, $180 something. Gotta be. You know what I'm saying? But he keeping himself down, cutting the weight. You depleting yourself, man. That's my thing with Spence. He says only fanboys get nervous. Ain't nothing wrong with riding with your guy, man. He says Manny fighting at 42. It don't matter how long they take. But still gonna beat Spence down. Yep. He says Bud is the real man down. 8 straight stoppages. Yep. 8 straight stoppages, bro. I thought it was like 9, but I could be wrong. You could be right. 8. Either way, he's stopping whoever's in front of him, man. And Sean's gonna be next. Mike Jones. He says Spence by stoppage. Nah, I don't know about that, Mike. I'm sorry. I don't know about that, Mike. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that one because Spence hasn't stopped anybody in years. And like Joel said, Spence just don't seem as explosive. I don't know. We gonna see. It's gonna be really interesting. Ooh, Ryan Bowen, salute. He says Spence is not the same after that car accident. It's gonna show up in this fight. Facts. Man, we might see it, bro. Because like I said, Manny Pacquiao, take away his age. Like let's take away his age for a minute. If Pacquiao was like in his primary years, that's a horrible stylistic matchup for Errol Spence. Horrible. A dude that's bouncing around these crazy angles, throwing punches from odd angles, punches from any angle. He could be stumbling and still hit you with some hard shit. This dude is crazy. But see, he's old now. So that's when Spence has an advantage. But for me, stylistically, Pacquiao is a horrible matchup for him. Horrible. tons of punches, a southpaw. Spence don't fight a lot of southpaws. I don't know if going to Pacquiao's body would be a good idea, Baki. He's too damn short. Why would you? I mean, Pacquiao go hit you right in your shit. See, unlike Mikey, Pacquiao's go fucking. Pacquiao likes to fight. He likes to fight. He likes to punch. He likes to punch you. You know what I'm saying? Mikey's a way more methodical fighter. He's very methodical. You know what I'm saying? Mikey not gonna really waste punches. He's not gonna punch unless he know he likely gonna land something. But Pacquiao, that motherfucker throw some shit. But could he still throw it at 42 years old? Just sitting behind a desk with his suit on, behind a computer, running the country and shit. But I think Pacquiao is one of those natural born fighters. Guys like him, Crawford, they'll always be able to punch you right in your shit and then smile right afterwards like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just punch you right in your shit. You know what I'm saying? Be playing with you and just hit you right in your fucking shit. You know, don't gotta be angry or nothing. Don't gotta hate you or nothing, but they'll pound your fucking head in. Those are lunatics. But yeah, man, Joel Diaz says that Spence plays it safe. Keith Thurman said that Spence be playing it safe. And they feel that that will cost him against Manny. Playing it safe. Playing it safe. I mean, Spence could play it safe, but I don't know. I mean, Pacquiao been in there with a lot of people. He's seen a lot of things. And Spence style ain't nothing new. So I can't wait for this fight, you guys. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait. Ray-Ban says, pre-accident, I got Spence easy win. Now they're going to have to rob Pacquiao for Errol to get the W, probably majority decision or split decision. So you think they go rob Pacquiao? So Pacquiao go lose a controversial decision? Possibly, bro. Because what more could you do with Manny? You could do a lot more with Spence now. You know what I'm saying? He beat Manny Pacquiao. You know, a lot of other guys, younger fighters, couldn't beat Manny. Spence, the guy that beat him in this era. So yeah, it's gonna be it'll be better. I think business wise, if Spence was to win, just because Manny is going, out the door soon. So, but if Manny was to beat Spence, then you just kind of fucked up a lot of potential money in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the scorecard situation will be interesting to see who they'll favor. He said Spence been a horrible match. Spence style is super textbook, bro. Gamboa, hands below. He throwing lightning quick, hard punches from crazy angles, fast as hell. Totally different style. Errol Spence style is so straight up and down, bro. He is so straight up and down. Straight up and down. He makes up for him being a bigger guy, him being a southpaw, him having a good engine on him, and him most of the time being the bigger guy. Actually, he's always the bigger guy. Pacquiao actually probably gonna be the hardest puncher Spence fought, bro. He's probably gonna be the hardest puncher Spence fought. Will Spence be able to take a punch? Will Spence be willing to go through the fire if Pacquiao bringing that heat? Because we seen Jeff Horn was willing to go through the fucking fire to get off what he got off and to roughhouse and manhandle Manny. But is Spence that fighter? No, he's not. He's more textbook straight up and down. But he may have to be that fighter. It's a tough fight for Spence if Pacquiao comes guns blazing. I'll tell you that. Pacquiao can punch, and we see what the fuck Manny can do. He can hit you from a lot of crazy angles. He could be stumbling. It was like he stumbled. He got this like stumble punch he does. Like he's stumbling, he's still throwing a real punch, and it still put you down, it still hurt you, still catch you off balance, all types of shit. He step on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be interesting. And if Spence likes to do that high guard shit, Manny go eat him up, bro. Manny go eat him up. He's sitting there doing that high guard. Oh man, they see this shit, bro. They saw that sparring footage. They seen what Spence currently is looking like. Whether it was a bad day or not, they saw him. They saw him, bro. Boxing Syndicate, salute. He says people are underestimating Manny's body attack. Y'all go subscribe to my man Boxing Syndicate. Actually, bro, I'm gonna go check out your breakdown of the fight too. After I get done with this stream, I'm gonna check you out. But he says people are underestimating Manny's body attack. So you saying that's key for Manny, huh? He says, Baki says nobody goes for Pac-Man. Yeah. See, I don't think they really want to go for his body, bro. I don't know if that's a good idea. If you're a guy with a longer length than a shorter length limbed man, and you trying to go for his body, man, you leaving your shit wide the fuck open, bro. I don't know if that's a good idea unless you try to, do a jab to the body, long range jab, shit like that. Maybe if you get some shit going later on in the fight or somewhere in the fight where you can throw some body shots in there. But you got to think, Manny Pacquiao is used to fighting guys that's longer, bigger, and taller than him and shit like that, man. It's going to be interesting. He says, watch the DSG fight again. I'm going to have to watch it again, bro, because I only watched it once. And I put everything considering. I thought Spence looked okay. You know what I'm saying? Good. Not great, good. And maybe I need to go watch it again so maybe I'll see something else now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll see what everybody else is seeing. Maybe I'll see him losing these steps and him not. I mean, I did notice he's not as explosive, but to me, he kind of looked the same. Like he kind of looked somewhat the same. He said Errol Spence go piece him up. We go see, man. We go see because it looked like little Pacquiao in that video was giving him trouble. He says Gamboa was 126 pounder. But guess what? Gamboa also got knocked out too. See, if you're a little guy, even though Gamboa was at that weight already, I believe when Crawford was there, some shit like that. I don't know, but either way, Crawford stopped him. He stopped him. How many undefeated fighters Crawford stopped? Whether they was some well-known guy or not, it's hard to stop somebody that don't know how to lose. He stopped Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He stopped him. These young guys today is still struggling with Gamboa, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gamboa is a gold medalist, a Cuban. Cubans, they ain't no joke, man. Come on. He said Danny went to the body all night. Really? See, I vaguely remember the fight, and then what I do remember, it was just forgettable. It was somewhat a forgettable fight. It wasn't nothing like memorable. I only seen it once, and that was the night it happened. I never really watched the game. I may have seen some clips here and there when I was doing some editing shit, but it looked boring. I don't know if I can sit through it, Boxing Syndicate. I don't know if I can sit through it. Oh, wow. They said, yeah, you will see what Mikey saw. My man YSM Sports Media says neither Spence or Pac has ton of experience fighting against southpaws. That's the key to this fight. Perhaps, bro. Perhaps. They both don't fight southpaws too often. You know what I'm saying? But there's a reason. Like I said, bro, there's a reason why an old, advanced, aging Manny Pacquiao is so excited and hopping on this fight. Because they believe they can win. I don't think it's about the payday or nothing like that. Because what they say he getting, like 15 plus pay-per-view or some shit. I don't even really think it's about the money. I think he really believes he could beat Errol Spence, bro. Yeah, that's right. Number one rule in boxing: if they don't belong in the ring with him, get him up out of there. And that's what Terrence Bud Crawford does. So for the guys who say Bud ain't fought nobody, well, at least these nobodies get their asses up out of there. At least he gets them up out of there. Postman. Yes, it was boring, Boxing Syndicate. It was boring, bro. It was boring. Hopefully Pacquiao makes this fight with Spence exciting. Hopefully Pacquiao can make it exciting. Even at 40-some years old, he may have to bring out that little bit of fire left to make it exciting. Because Sean Porter made the Spence fight exciting. Let's be honest. He made that shit exciting. He was going. But man, it's going to be interesting. Neezy J says, Boxing Syndicate. If so, that just proves how much punishment Errol could take to the body while still pushing forward and dictating the pace. Errol got some dog in him now. I'm not gonna sit. We not sitting here acting like Errol's some soft dude or some some brittle UK fighter. No, Errol Spence tough, but will he be able to take some shots from Manny Pacquiao to the face? Danny did. Danny really didn't do much. other than some body work and just little, like he didn't do much. He didn't do much. AJ says he believes he could beat him based off his last fight. I mean, you know what they say, bro. You only as good as your last fight. You know what I'm saying? Spence looked at okay. So man, you know how Manny is. He's gonna hop all over you. And they trying to hop on him. They trying to hop on him. They said, man, Spence lost a step or two. I'm 40 some years old. I think I could beat him. But before the accident, Manny didn't want to fight Errol Spence. But after the accident, that energy changed. These dudes act like Gamboa was a 105-pounder, bro, and moved up to fight Bud or something. He says, I never heard of Errol getting overwhelmed in the boxing ring. Yeah? Let me see who did he fight that could have overwhelmed him? Nobody. I think Spence was matched up kind of well. Nobody. He had most of the advantages in the majority of his fights. He had most of the advantages, man. So this fight right here, I don't think Spence has a lot of the advantages other than the size ones, the length and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Interesting situation. A lot of pros seem to think different of Errol Spence. Professional trainers, they think he lost a step. They think that guys like James Tony Roy Jones think he ducking Terrence and shit. And this comes with the territory for Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been different if he wasn't talking shit a little bit. I think he would just kind of been like a Leo Santa Cruz, just shut up and box, didn't say shit. Nah, that shut up and box shit. No, I don't really know where that came from. That shut up and box shit. But in boxing, bro, when you got guys like Crawford and Thurman and all these guys, I mean, this is a moment to make history, bro. This is y'all. This is you guys' chances. You guys that's in this era today to make history. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to do the Mayweather Pacquiao 6-year thing. We don't got to do that. We don't got to put Pampers. We could take the Pampers off boxing now. Floyd is gone. Yeah, that's right. Floyd put Pampers on boxing. We could take him off now. He's gone. Like, subscribe, hot your boy. Peace out.